So I've had a couple of days of doing everything the opposite. So last night I slept on the opposite side of the bed. And I also brushed my teeth with my non-dominant hand. And then this morning I put on my makeup with my non-dominant hand, which I tend to be right-handed, but um, I have been trying to do things with my left hand. I had seen something on Instagram about it, so I'm trying to like train my brain. And you know what? I have to tell you, I really enjoyed sleeping on the opposite side. So I'm trying to decide like how to do the nightstand thing. I'm not really sure how that's going to all work out. But I wanted to do a video. I've been snowed in. This is my second day of snow in, and I tried to get this video with the snow in the back because we have so much snow that we have this little gate. There's a courtyard outside of I live in a condo, a townhome, and there's this courtyard, and it is like the snow is almost to the top of the little fins, of the little fins. It's like, so we must have at least 20, maybe it is 24 inches of snow. I don't know, but we have a lot of snow, and it's still snowing right now. So I have no idea when I'm going to be getting out. And it was so funny at the grocery store the other day. My son had made this joke about it being the apocalypse. Like people were acting like it was the end of the world or something. We had so many people in the grocery store. It was really funny to me. Although I was there, so what does that say? I did go to get some things because I thought we would be socked in. But anyway, I wanted to talk about something that had come to me, I think yesterday. It had come to me that I had the person that I was with. There were so many attributes about him that I really, really liked. And he was a writer, he was a photographer and a poet. And I think that what I was doing, and I didn't know it necessarily at the time, but it has really come to my attention that because I really am kind of shy. I really am. I'm kind of shy. And different times in my life where I have like put myself out there, it has not always been well received. It has not always been well received. So I was hoping to have a partnership, and my plan was to support him. I was going to support him and his dreams and having his dreams come true. And I think that it was kind of in some ways a bit of a cop out for me. That I knew, or maybe I created this. Maybe I knew it, or maybe I created this, that I would not be well received as I am. That I would not be well received because most people, or a lot of people, don't believe in magic. They don't believe in magic. They don't believe in mysticism. They don't believe in miracles. They don't believe that physics can actually, or things can actually bend, that we can actually bend physical reality, bend time, bend in different dimensions, live in different dimensionalities. Because most people don't believe what we cannot see. What we cannot see. They don't believe in what they cannot see. And I know that I have spent a percentage of my life in the same boat, and then I had an experience. I had an experience that changed that for me forever. Forever. So over the last, and I'm not sure how many years it's been, I know that I'm harping on this because I I guess I just think about it because I don't quite understand it, but there's been a lot of times and years and where I've just been incognito. I mean, even, you know, with just sharing an example of like my son's soccer team where I was seemingly very standoffish and maybe even seemingly very stuck up. I don't know what I seemed like, but I was actually practicing. I was practicing, and I didn't know it at the time. I didn't know it at the time exactly what I was doing, but I had heard in a video, YouTube from Abraham Hicks about writing down positive aspects, and I I I wasn't feeling good at the time. I wasn't feeling good at all physically. I didn't necessarily have anything like diagnosis except for they said that I had autoimmune thyroid disease, and there's untreatable. You have untreatable autoimmune thyroid disease, and your diet is not going to help it, which I emphatically disagreed with, because, and I will tell you, I had gone and I had had these tests done before, and my TPOs, which I guess is an anti-thyroid hormone, I don't know what all this means, but my TPOs were over 500, which they're supposed to be around 30, and they were over 500, and I went on this diet. I mean, I changed my life. I changed everything about it, and I also changed my diet radically. And I went back 2 months later. They were in the 400. They were lower than 400. They had gone down 100, whatever you call it. And so my diet was definitely helping, definitely without a shadow of a doubt. But anyway, so sometimes a lot of times I didn't get out of my car. I would drop my son off at soccer practice, and I would stay in my car, and I was writing positive aspects, because Abraham Hicks had said to write positive aspects, and this was a way for me. So I have like books and books and books filled with this writing of just positive aspects. And I found that it was really helpful because I was having a hard time concentrating enough to actually like write. So this is one of my favorites that I like 2 pages of, you know, just attributes. The children are doing well, looking forward to visits, enough food, baskets coming on Saturday, hope to be inspired, how to relay and for understanding, to sleep a whole night. Anyway, I go on and on and on and on and on. And then I found this just blew me away. I found that I had written down Sonata for Cello and Piano in G Major by Rachmaninoff. And in the last, like, I wrote this years ago. I'm guessing 3-4 years ago. And so this summer I went to look at this Sonata for cello and piano and G Major by Rachmaninoff. So I go and I find it on YouTube, and it was played by Yo-Yo Ma. And he had played this particular piece that I was listening to in 1989, which was the year that my father passed away. My father passed away on the 19th of September of 1989. And I'd always thought, and I think that it's actually true now, that my dad had something to do with the Berlin Wall coming down, because in November of 1989, the Berlin Wall came down. And my dad was always talking about that wall. So the other day, I was really excited, and I was listening to a piece by Beethoven, a piano concerto by Beethoven, and I had found it on YouTube, and And that one was recorded in 1989 as well. So like two of the most amazing, amazing pieces, and they were both like recorded in that year, which makes me wonder my dad was like making his rounds around the planet. Like he loved classical music. In fact, he used to watch TV and listen to opera. I grew up with music, I mean classical music. Anyway, but I just wanted to share that that we never know like what is going on in the background for people, what people are doing. And I had been on this path, and it turns out, you know, that ironically, like I am the writer and the poet. Anyway, and now I have an amazing story to write about that people may want to read, and it's coming along. But anyway, I'm gonna go. I love you guys, and I will be back. Bye.